Hi, hello, it's Unkempt Snuggle Pepper doing another art critique from the Art Crit subreddit. This is Wendy, and the original poster said, I think the torso might be a little too long, and to break their heart. Um, Sorry I'm taken. Uh, there. No, I'm not going to be mean. I don't think I want to be mean. So first things first. I think her face is adorable. I love this purple that you use to shadow her hair. However, since her hair is about the same color as her stripes, I would use that purple again. And I think what might happen is you need to adjust a fill tool and then fill in all the purple part of the stripes with the shadow and then put the shadow slightly lighter over the white portions. But it's a very saturated shadow in her hair that we don't see in other places. But I love the hair so much, that's why I want to see it repeated. So, two big things I'm going to go over today, and that is anatomy and the lighting. So let's start with the anatomy. Of course, we have, let's use that hair purple. So if I take this sketch down, here's what I would do. So here's her chest. Of course, she's female. She has breast. I wonder if, yeah, I kind of feel like this is cute young Wendy, but not like child Wendy. Anywho, so I love her sassy dress, but then I would put her hips about here. This is where her hip bones are, and her pelvis, which creates a problem because our dress goes out to here, and then our leg is going like this. So our leg is not actually attached to our pelvis. So if she is standing, her shoulders are going this way, so her hips are going to go this way. So this hip is going to be higher, and this hip is going to be lower. We're going to put one leg there, and the other leg goes out a little bit. And that would mean her frilly skirt probably hits about like this. Because that's where her hips are, that's where her legs would be. The next section is how to do her arms, and I think you might be a little timid about foreshortening. So we have her forearm here. I would actually put her arm more like this. Hold on, I have to hold my hand up to figure out the pose. And have her holding the burger here. Also note that you have her hand flat, which is very possible. You can hold your hand flat. But usually with a smaller plate, it's almost easy if the thumb acts as one leg and the other fingers act as legs underneath the plate like a stool. It would feel easier to hold a plate that way than necessarily flat like you would a large serving tray. Next is the other arm, which is going to hit about here. So I know this needs to go out, and then this needs to come in. And this is going slightly behind the body. Yeah, so there would be some foreshortening since we're seeing her body from almost a 3/4 view, even though her face is looking straight on. So her arm would change. Actually, I think it would go out a little bit more. And we're both on the having a bit of a struggle today getting this other arm right. Yeah, a little bit more like that because we did move the hips up. So actually we'll just go back to the original. That is a very odd way to have the hand. I know on the hip it does have a slight turn like that, but it wouldn't be in front of her ruffles. It would move her ruffles, so they're either going to come up like this because she's pushing them, or her dress is going to have to lay flat and the ruffles are going to have a weird shape. But if we move the hips up and move her hand up, her hand should be hitting about there and her ruffles right below it. That's what I would do. Now, Part 2, lighting. Her torso tells me that she is lit from this direction. And her hair and the shadow of her hair and the shading on her face all say this direction. But her arms and her legs all say she's being lit from behind. So we have this 3-dimensional arrow where she's being lit from behind, and then her skirt doesn't quite make sense as far as lighting goes. So let's see. We'll make another layer. So, all of this I would bring back to white. Shading wise, of course, you'll keep your stripes. I would almost go a little more saturated on the blue to match the purple saturation of her pigtails. And I would also adjust the saturation on her stripes. Her arms should be lit from here, and more so here. The shadow that she would experience on her arms is going to be here, there. And then her legs will have a little bit of shadow because she has a poofy skirt. And then the front of her legs will have a highlight to them. And then we'll go in and put back some stripes. Yeah, I assume you're putting a layer on top of all the stripes and just doing one cell shading. I think the cell shading is really working great. I do. I think you're just a little unsure of where to put shadows. So some of the shadows you put because you felt like there needed to be more shadow when it really wasn't where the shadow needed to be. On her face, probably the one thing I would change is give her nose a little bit of a shadow. Yeah. Bonus, a little note, the one thing that I would also maybe do in addition is take the line art of her face and change the line art to be a little cooler, a little more towards purple. It looks like right now, at least like in here, that it's kind of a black more than this warmer brown, and that could be color perception. Well, that's the end of the video. That's all I got. Well, at least for this video. You can check out more videos here. Subscribe to my channel there. Don't forget to hit all the buttons. And I'll see you next time.